Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Side Jag. I was thinking about this, and I was like, this show, though we say it's about movies and like shit it's really not.
It's
It's just
not, no.
about anything. This is like Seinfeld. It's a show
Yeah,
about nothing,
and
you know,
everything all at
and
once.
everything all at once, and tonight's show is definitely that because
Right.
we didn't have a show to watch. We were both gone last week. Both had a great time, and we do have trip stories of food and adventure. Ooh,
And I
so
watched a movie
excited!
on the plane. I watched
You
stuff on the
did.
plane. I pulled a
I
Dean and I
watched.
watched stuff on the plane.
I did watch stuff on the plane, which
Yeah.
I feel we need to talk about. But before we do that, thank you for tuning in. All right, show's over.
Appreciate
Go
you.
home. No.
All you guys. Bye. Later. This one, I forewarning you, this one may be short because we don't have a lot of stuff to talk about this
Yeah,
week.
but we say that and we know that's not true.
Right, that's true.
It's not. That's not
We'll
true.
complain
Yeah.
about we have some complaints about something, I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah, always,
Yeah.
always. Let's start with what did you watch on the plane?
I watched Eat the Rich, a 3-part documentary series about the GameStop stock and how all that the journey from it being $30 to over 500, then back down to $10,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
they had people interviews from people that made money, from people that lost money, from players outside, like the guy that does Mad Money was on there talking about it, and just the whole saga of everything intertwined with that moment in time when people were doing GameStop stock. And there is a lot of stuff that I didn't know about that.
Right.
And I'm just assuming everything the documentary said was true. So anything I say is just based
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
information I got from them.
Fair
But,
enough.
like a lot of people, which we knew this, a lot of people got screwed
Oh, big
straight
time.
up. And then, like, when Robinhood quit selling the stock or quit letting them buy the stock, that caused a false fall because the only way the stock was growing was people buying. They stopped buying, suspended buying, still left selling up there, which just that's where the stock tanked because
Oh,
everyone's like, I can't buy, I'm starting to sell, I'm getting out of it right now, and it just and people's millions and millions of dollars just vanished.
yeah. That is weird. That is so weird. Like,
It's well worth. It's very interesting. Man, Netflix is killing it on documentaries. At least the ones that I've been watching lately,
yeah.
and it is so well put together. They definitely. I don't think they have a side on this. This one is like probably one of the most neutral ones that I've seen yet, outside of saying that like, hey, like these people screwed people on the money side and people on the non-money side. Like both of them got screwed at some point, and they kind of exposed some of the people behind the pulling the strings, which was
Hmm.
weird. And I can't even remember the name of the companies, but there was a company that the biggest short seller in GameStop was tied up with the brokerage firm that worked with Robinhood to facilitate all their trades.
Hmm.
So once it got, and they had lost, what was it, like $12 billion? That company, the one that shorted it, that's when they stopped it all, and it just went to trash, and all the little people lost their money, and it was crazy.
Man, Eat the Rich is what it's called.
Eat the rich,
All right. Did you?
and they're
Yep.
40-minute episodes, three of them. So boom,
Oh,
boom,
so
boom.
it's
It's
perfect. Yeah,
yeah,
bang right through it.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried to watch. They have a new one on like, uh, which I think you watched, the one on video games. Um, where they were talking about like the rise of of Atari and Nintendo and
Oh,
Sega. And
I gotta watch that though.
I
I
I
haven't
I
watched it.
I tried really hard to watch it, but I'm not like
Was it not that good, or was it just not that interesting to you?
it just wasn't that interesting to me
Oh,
because
okay.
I mean it was interesting like and it's nice too because they interview the guy that created Donkey Kong, they interview the guy that created Pac-Man, They
Yeah.
introduced the guy that fucking started Atari.
Yeah.
And it seemed, it was funny because Atari seemed like the first Microsoft, where it was just
Yeah.
like non-corporate, everyone's having a good time, showing up to work in
Yeah.
flip-flops. And then when he sold the company, did 180,
Straight
became
corporate.
corporate, and that's
Yeah.
when it tanked.
What was that? Noel Bush.
I don't know
Something like that.
names.
Yeah, something like that.
They interviewed the guy that made the ET video game that just sucks
Oh,
so
that's
bad.
funny. I watched the whole documentary just on the ET video game.
Yes, I watched it too, where they found where they
Mhm.
buried him and went and
Yeah, it
dug
was
him
cool.
out and all that crap. But yeah, so I mean, I started watching that and I fell asleep, and I was like, whatever.
Something else. Yeah.
Yeah, but have you watched Andor,
Mm-mm.
the Star Wars one?
Mm-mm.
So that was what I brought on the plane. I brought two things on the plane. I bought
It's
Andor.
new. Is it Disney Plus or what's
Disney Plus? It's the new Disney
Okay.
Plus. It's the precursor to Rogue One.
Oh, damn.
It's the guy from Rogue. It's the Spanish dude from Rogue One. This is his story.
Is it a movie or is it a?
It's a multi-part series.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
So they're on like 4 or 5 right now, or probably 5 right now. This week will probably be 6.
Yeah.
So I brought two things on the plane with me. I brought Andor and She-Hulk. And did you watch anything else before I dig into this for a minute?
No. I watched She-Hulk up until the one where they're suing for using the magic, but he's faking it.
The
magician, and then the one guy, the master, the head wizard, whatever. Wong was suing him. That's the last episode I think I've seen from them.
Oh, I think that's probably the last. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm only up to like 7 or some shit like that, and I'm assuming there's 10. But either way, so Andor is the story of the Spanish guy from Rogue One.
Yeah.
And Disney, for some reason, released the first 3 episodes.
Oh, wow.
When they premiered it, they released 3 episodes, and it was like everyone like lost their mind because it was, oh my god, I get 3 episodes. No, that was a lie. You didn't get 3 episodes. They gave you 3 episodes because if you were to have watched the first episode and then you would have had to wait a week before you saw the second one, you would not be back to watch the second fucking episode. And then if you did watch the second episode, you would definitely not be back to watch the third fucking episode after watching the second episode. So episodes 1 through 3 are made to be watched in their entirety so that you can just get through what it is supposed to be going on. And then you get to episode 4 where the fun fucking starts. So I'm on episode 4. That was all I had. So I'm not up to, I'm not up to where everyone else is at right now.
So did they do 3 more episodes, or is it just
no? Now they're going week to week.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you'll have 5 episodes. So far, it seems like it. Okay, so it seems like a big story. They're doing like a lot of they're big sets, or at least they're perceived to be big sets.
Yeah.
The first episode has its cool little moment that kind of sets up the thing, but then the next 2 episodes they're not as exciting. The third episode has its moments of excitement, but so once you get to the 4th episode, once you get through those episodes, it's like, oh, this is starting to pick up and be exciting.
Like the final episode of Moon Knight, when you watched all of them, it's like the Moon Knight's like, oh, now it's action. Where's this been the whole time?
Yeah, exactly.
So I did find out from a good friend that I don't see often, but he was at finals this year for the meetup. Him and his wife, I'm not going to name them because I'm very ashamed of them. They like Boba Fett, did not like Obi-Wan. And I was like, this just seems like sacrilegious. Like, I don't know what hurt you.
Well, yeah. How is that even possible?
I know. I thought I was just like gobsmacked. I was like, I don't know.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I can't understand. Does not compute.
No, that was terrible.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Boba Fett was, it sucks so. I
yeah.
mean, I like, I've rid it from my brain because it was just so bad,
I know. It
you
was
know.
weird, man. It was crazy. Yeah.
So here was the problem I had with Andor watching the first. So I watched the first episode on the, I'm flying. It's like, oh, I'm right away, get in there, press play. I'm like so excited because everyone's like, dude, Andor is fucking awesome. You're gonna
Yeah.
love it. Oh my god, oh, it's like Obi-Wan. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch this. And I said, oh shit, this wasn't like Obi-Wan. Like, this was stupid. And so I started watching it, and I was like, I can't. I'm like, no. And so I watched Conan the Barbarian. I stopped what I was doing, and I just,
Yeah.
because I'd wanted to watch it. I was reading something about it. I was like, I haven't watched Conan in a while. I'm gonna go back and watch that. So I put on Conan the Barbarian, and I will say this: Conan holds up.
Does it?
It
I
does
haven't
hold
seen
up.
it in so long.
You know why it holds up?
Why?
There's no dialogue. There's no dialogue, and
Yeah.
the cinematography for the movie is spectacular. Like it's 100, and it's totally fucking believable now. Like it's like totally believable. Like
Right.
in the, like you watch, you're like, shit, yeah, that could happen. Like
Right.
if you guys haven't watched Conan, the original Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, like there's a couple special effects scenes that kind of sucked because it was
Yeah.
like
Right.
the 70s.
Yeah.
There's a scene with a snake that's just kind of like no, and there's a scene where James Earl Jones turns into a snake that takes an
Yeah.
unusually long period of time. But they keep cutting back and forth, which I think they do a
Yeah.
good job at the scene. I was like, oh, that's pretty.
It can't be as bad as Spawn
No, no,
graphics.
no, no. And there again,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, but that's the thing though. The movie totally holds up. Like the story's still good. There's no terrific dialogue. There's no like moments. It's just what it is, man. It's just
Yeah.
it's a visual movie that has, probably 10 things in it that were like 10. It's probably literally 10 pages of dialogue.
Hell.
And
Yeah.
most of the page was, this is how this shot is going to be set up, and then you're going to
Yeah.
see it in one line.
Right.
You know, you know. So
I'll have to watch Andor. I'm legally obligated to watch all Star Wars stuff, good, bad, or ugly. And
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, I watched part of Conan.
Yeah.
And then I get off the plane, and Fernando was like, "What you watching?" I was like, "I was watching Conan." And I was like, "Dude, it totally still holds up." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." I was kind of surprised. And he goes, "I thought you were watching Andor." I was like, "Ah, man, I just it's tough." And then so when we got back on to the next flight, I put in Andor. I was like, "I'm gonna go back to it," because I was only like halfway into Conan. So I was like, "I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back to it." And then I remembered in my head that they only released three episodes at the same time. I was like, son of a bitch, I know why they did it, because the first 3 episodes you have to watch. So then I watched them all, and I was like,
Right. That's why.
Got it.
Did you have the nice seat holder, the phone seat holders that they put in there where it flips down and it holds it?
It did, but we travel with our own.
Oh, okay.
We have
You're
our
pro.
own. So Small Rig
Yeah.
makes like the coolest phone holder ever. Okay, because it's a tripod mount. It moves up and down. You can flip the phone. You can make it a selfie stick. You can do and it's like it folds down into this little candy bar size.
Yeah.
And so I bought one. I was like, oh, dude, this is fucking awesome. So I bought one. So we have two. Each one of us have one, and it's great because it clips right into the seat just perfect. Or you can set it on the tray and it'll hold the phone just right. Or you put it flat and you can fall asleep on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I just put mine in the holder and I put on subtitles just because I'm used to watching them now because Cassie.
Yeah.
But also in case, somebody around me. I already got it up, so they might as well watch with me.
No. No. It's no. I don't want to. And it was funny too because I was watching Conan and there's a sex scene in that, and I was like, because I'm like, because I started watching, and I remember, wait, I'm on a plane.
I started watching Dahmer, and there's some scenes in there. I was like, don't need to have naked guys all the time. Like, let's go. That's when I went with Eat the Rich. Oh,
yeah.
I did watch something else too.
What'd you watch?
Father Stew.
Father Stew?
Yeah, Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. How was that?
Horrible.
Okay, good. I thought it looked so bad.
Don't waste your time. I don't know why it was downloaded on my phone, but I happened to see that it was downloaded. I was like, hey, why not watch it? Say it isn't. Well, listen, it is Sean K. I still love him, but I cannot abide. Boba Fett was not good.
What was worse back in the day, Flash Gordon or Condor Man? I liked Flash Gordon back then. It does not hold up for shit. It barely held up then.
Yeah. It's got to be better than Condor Man.
Huh?
Yeah. It's got to be better than Condor Man.
Yeah, Condor Man I thought sucked. Dude, Condor Man was so bad. We actually saw that in 5th grade as the 5th grade class movie at the end of the semester. That's how bad that was.
They rolled the card in.
Yeah, and we watched Condor Man. I mean, I was like, that sucks.
So,
yes.
Before we talk about, did you watch Game of Thrones?
Friday's episode?
Saturdays, or Sundays.
I have no.
There is a death in the last one. Did you see that?
No, I didn't catch Sundays because I was on a plane.
Okay. So we won't even talk about that.
I wasn't on a plane. I didn't get to see Sundays. And I was gonna go back to the hotel room and watch it, but I was like,
I don't want to be bummed out.
I kind of want to be. I don't want to watch it small screen. I want to watch it big because it's just a movie that needs to be watched big screen.
Well, and I waited till I got home to watch it too. I also didn't watch it.
I honestly forgot about it. Like we got home at midnight last night.
Yeah.
So
that's how I got home midnight Tuesday. So I'm one day ahead of you. So yesterday I was like, whatever I do, I got to watch it before I go to sleep.
Yeah, I wanted to, but I didn't get a chance to. So it was like, oh man.
And HBO doesn't let you download that.
No,
I found that out. Yeah. I was like, dude. So I didn't get to do that, but I had some food, man. I had some food on this trip.
Okay.
So back to Owensboro, Kentucky. We're looking random places. And I was like, I'm really not. I don't feel one way or the other. I was like, Derek, just pick one. He's like, well, just go to that Colby's. It's close. They got a range of stuff, anywhere from steak to pasta to sandwiches.
What was it called?
Colby's. Colby's Fine Dining. This is not really a fine dining place. It just kind of
sounds terrible.
Like a chill little place. So we get in there. I see they have ribeye for like $28. Like, it's pretty cheap for a ribeye, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
I was gonna say, haven't you learned from that experience,
dude? Let me tell you, I learned a bad lesson this time because it was freaking wonderful. The steak was absolutely delicious. The mashed potatoes were, it's almost like they were whipped mashed potatoes.
Oh, nice.
I can't even remember the others. Oh, the other side I got was cinnamon apples.
Oh, okay. So it's like a Cracker Barrel.
Kind of, yeah. But it's not. It's like it actually is kind of nicer in there.
Yeah.
But I had that, and it was like everything I had was incredible. And so the next day, we got the VIP package at War Finals, so they give you like some food vouchers, right?
Okay.
So buddy Mike Schultz comes up. He has the hot dog. He's like, yo, don't get the hot dogs, guys. Like, what's wrong? He's like, man, it's kind of greenish tinted, He said it tasted bad. And then he's telling us something else. He's like, the nachos were gross. He's like, the dude that was up there was serving it. He's like, he just no teeth in his mouth. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And Derek's like, yeah. I said, we'll just walk and get something to eat. So guess what we did?
You walk back to the place?
There's plenty of places, but it's like, we already know this place is good. It's relatively cheap. So we walk back, and I'm like, all right, let's try something different. I got the French dip, and dude, the French dip was freaking incredible.
Really?
Like, everything I've got there was, so shout out to Colby's. They absolutely killed it. I mean, Owensboro, Kentucky, Kobe's right
Wow.
downtown. Definitely
That was like when when we were in Austria, we went back to the same little bar restaurant like 4 times because
Yeah.
the first time we went, it was great. We're like, okay, well, none of us
Why?
got sick, and it was really good. And then the
Yeah, it's
second
like, why
time,
try something else? It's like, I already know this is good.
yeah,
It's-
yeah. Every time we went, they were like, we got the special, like, well, give us
yeah,
that, because like
right.
whatever little ninja you have in the back of the restaurant cooking this shit, they know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
and they
But
brought
those
us.
were,
Yeah.
they even noticed this the next day, like, oh, you're back again. Like, well, yeah,
I mean, you got 2 6'4" big
yeah.
guys come in. It's like, yeah, you are kind of stand out.
They noticed the average size people too, because Sean and his wife were like, no, we're gonna go eat later. And then as we were done eating and walking back, we hear someone's hollering, hey, hey, hey. Sean sees us across the street, and we're like, yeah, man, we just went back to Kobe's. Derek had a burger, said it was really good. I had the French dip. And they're like, yeah, I think we're gonna look. We caught up with them later. It's like, yeah, we just went back to Kobe's. He's like, you
Yeah.
talked that the French dip's so good, and we're like, yeah, it was really good. So,
Well, that's cool.
shout out. We had that. I had more, but what do you have? So we started good. Let's hear something bad. I heard the sigh.
So there's this in Tempe by Rockford and Mobile Solutions, they have this food court outside area. So it's it's like a mall. It's like an outside mall. So there's like a Best Buy and an Office Depot and Staple, all that shit like on one side. But then on the other side, there's like all these upscale restaurants.
Yeah.
And then some medium scale restaurants. So the first night we go to Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, the wing place.
Yeah,
The Hooters type thing.
Hooters type thing,
Mhm.
Canadian Hooters type thing, I guess,
Yeah.
And there was like there was a bunch. There was like 30 of us.
Yeah.
And so we're like, hey, can we make no, we don't do reservations. Just send someone a half an hour ahead. And I'm like, okay. So we did that. And they're still telling us like it's gonna be like, we can't, and so
Yeah.
we're like, fuck, we need to eat. Like we're fucking hungry. So we got like 5 people sitting over here and 6 people sitting over, because we're like, just put us at fucking tables. Like we'll figure it out. You guys are idiot. And then they come over and they're like, we don't have hamburgers.
Oh God.
We're out of coleslaw. They're just going down the list of things they're out of. And I'm like, do y'all have chicken?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, all right.
Just
So,
give me that.
I get the food was like I got they have a chicken fried chicken. So it's like chicken fried chicken on mashed potatoes, on vegetables, covered in white gravy. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I get that. And then we got the nachos. They do have really good nachos. However, where did we go? Shit, we went to this one place. I'm trying to remember where the fuck this was. Somebody ordered nachos, and it's we went to BJ's Friday night before we left. We met Haley, and one of her friends. And BJ's restaurant, like if you order nachos, holy fuck. They bring you the nachos in a large pizza pan.
Jeez.
I have never seen this many fucking nachos.
Like $20 nachos or something?
I don't know. It was like a whole fucking bag of Doritos, bro.
Damn.
I was like, Jesus Christ, that's the biggest. And I looked at the weight. I go, is this like normal? And she's like, yeah. I was like, it's like the biggest tray of nachos I've ever seen in my life. Like, they didn't even put a fucking dent in it. Like,
Dang.
I don't think 4 people could put a fucking dent in this thing. Like, oh my God. And I'm going to bring that up because at Twin Peaks, we were sitting, and Brian ordered nachos, and we ate them, and he was bring another one, and I'm like, dude, we got other food coming. Why would you bring another one? We didn't even touch it, and it's like, oh my God. So, anyways, the food was okay. The service sucked bad. They're like, we're never coming here again. I was like, okay, dude, that's how bad it was. I mean,
wow.
Like they just sucked, and so we're like, no. Then we were supposed to go to Bar Louie. And so they sent him. They called and they said, just email us. So they emailed them. This was like last week sometime, for like Tuesday night. And they call Tuesday, like 3 hours before we wanted the and hey, are you still interested in that reservation? He's like, no, fucker, it's like a week late. Like no, we found. How dumb are
Yeah.
you? So then we go to this like sushi type place,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things where it's like it sounded like a really cool idea, and it
Yeah.
wasn't like the food was bad. The food was actually really, really good, but it was like I just didn't know what to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to get. So I ended up like making a really white guy decision of getting like chicken teriyaki with like
Yeah.
shrimp tempura. Now this is the weird part. It was like shrimp and vegetable tempura.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking, all right, there'll be some chicken, there'll be a couple shrimp. Dude, there was one fucking shrimp.
It
One
said
fuck
it didn't say shrimps. It said shrimp
shrimp.
tempura.
Yeah, there was one piece of shrimp
That's funny.
and like 4 vegetables, 3 of which I have two of which I have no idea what they were. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
even know what this is.
Did they at least put the edamame on there?
Dude, they ordered edamame. I fucking hate edamame.
Do you?
It's so disgusting. They put the bowl right in front of me. I was like, anybody else want this shit?
I like it with the noodles and stuff though.
Yeah, no, this didn't have
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and then I ordered brown rice, and they gave me white rice, and I was like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty fucking useless. However, I sat next to somebody, and they got some really cool, good shit. They got like these Atlantic salmon thingy, and he was like, "You want to try this?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to try this. But this sucks." And that fish was really good, so that was good. And I did get like a California roll that was really good.
Yeah.
But what was weird is that like most California rolls have actual crab,
Mm-hmm.
but this had like crab salad.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a piece of crab. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, okay. The guy across from me got stuff, but I had the hot dog and nachos at finals and survived. I need that shirt.
I did. As a matter of fact, I gave Sean my Sunday because we were leaving Sunday. We weren't going to stay. The $10 for the Sunday. So
Oh God.
if he died, it would have been partially my fault.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, oh, no doubt.
But they had that was Friday, and then we
Okay.
had lunch, and then Friday evening,
Yes.
Wayne, Harris,
Yep.
and Sleece, they had like a competitors thing, and if you had the VIP, you can go. So they rented out a whole barbecue joint. And it was
Nice.
just all the people from the show. So we got to go in there, and it's like buffet style, eat for free.
Yeah.
So I mean, the barbecue wasn't great, but I mean, hey, it's just it wasn't bad.
Right.
It wasn't like exceptional, but it was cool. It was cool. We had food, got to hang out with everybody and talk.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, so that concluded Saturday's food.
So those two were kind of
Yeah.
Juan, who is Brian's, the guy that basically runs all the mobile solutions stuff, like handles orders, anyways, he's the guy. So like Brian does, yeah, Juan is Brian's Fernando. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, dude, he's got a guy that just shows up and makes tacos.
Okay. Oh, like a taco truck, or just like
no,
himself?
like fucking sets up and makes fucking a taco buffet.
Wow.
And fucking A, man. So they come the next night. After the shitty night at fucking Twin Peaks, he's like, dude, call the taco guy. We're gonna have tacos tomorrow night. So
did they have chicken tacos?
They had chicken tacos, they had beef tacos, they had pork tacos, they had corn, they had wheat, they had barbecued jalapenos, they had diced onions, they had fried onions, they had cilantro, they had cheese, they had refried beans, they had rice. Oh, fucking A. Dude. I come in because I hadn't eaten. I was starving. I come in and you can even tell there was tacos on the plate. Okay, because you just put all this other shit on top of it because it was like cilantro, onions. Yeah, So I come in and refried beans and guacamole, and then they had fresh nacho chips. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
And so I basically put all this nacho crap on top of my tacos, and then ate through the nacho part. And then I was like, "Hey, I have 3 tacos down here." So that stuff was fucking incredible. I was like, "Oh my god!" And everyone was like, "Oh, you got the nachos?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh, that guy's the best. Like, because anyone that's gone there before, they're like, "Oh yeah, they brought the nacho guy. Yeah, he's good." Yeah, I was like, "No,
That's
no
yeah.
shit."
Wait, usually like when it's a guy, it's like, okay, I'm ready for this. Let's see what you got.
Oh yeah, dude. And he's like, "What meat you want? What meat you want?" And you're like, give me chicken and pork.
Yeah.
Well, white or corn?" Man, he just throws the shit on a plate. All
Yeah.
right, go get your toppings. And you're like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
And then we did have barbecue one day too, also that they catered in, which was
Was it
I
good?
think we had that for lunch. And I don't know how the pork was because by the time I got in there, it was gone. But I was fine with because I was like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, dude." But they had macaroni and cheese. And these guys knew how to make macaroni and cheese.
Oh
Cause
yeah.
oh dude, I just said, I don't know what all this shit is, but that macaroni and cheese looks
That's what I'm going for.
I
Yeah.
put a scoop on my plate, ate it, and I was like, yeah. I just had a plate of macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
I put a little bit of chicken on there just because I felt bad. But no, I just had a
Yeah.
plate of mac and cheese. I was like, this
That's
is the
funny.
best. You just have mac and cheese? Yeah. 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 I'm gonna have mac and cheese. Yeah. And then I had it before we left because he's like, before we left, he's like, yeah, because there's only like a handful of. He's like, "You guys want lunch?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, might as well eat here before why pay for it at the airport?" He's just pulling
Right.
troughs out of the refrigerator of all the leftovers and shit. And he goes, "Macaroni and cheese." I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah. Give me.
I'm taking this home with me."
Dude, speaking of which, so I get to Dallas DFW
Mm-hmm.
and I have a changeover at like 7.
Oh,
I hadn't ate since breakfast. I was like, I have to eat something. So I'm going, I see a barbecue place, I'm eyeballing it. I'm like, man, that smells good. I might get barbecue. Then I think in my mind, like, no, because I already talked to Derek. Like, I wanted to get like legit North Carolina barbecue because I
yeah.
haven't had it yet. So I was like, I'll back off on that. I got McDonald's. I got a Big Mac combo, right? And a McFlurry. What do you think that cost me?
$20.
Pretty close. It was like $18. Like, my God.
So we get into Dallas, and
Yeah.
I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. And I was like, "Man, I need some sugar."
Yeah.
And they have a candy store. And I was like, I need some M&Ms. So I go in there and I grab a bag of peanut M&Ms. And I tell
Yeah.
Fernando, I said, "Get whatever you want." And then I see they have Reese's Pieces. And I go, "Oh, they have Reese's Pieces." So I grab a bag of Reese's Pieces. Then I see they have old candy, because it was a candy store. They had
Yeah.
old school Mary Janes, which if you caught the live
Yeah.
show, I was eating on the live show. So I grabbed a bag of Mary Janes. And then I saw they had a bag of Roll Gold pretzels. And I said,
Oh,
I'm
damn.
going to grow the bag of pretzels. And then Fernando got some chocolate covered raisins. And then we got drinks. Needless
That
to
sounds like
say,
50 something dollars.
dude, it was like $36.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking hey.
Enjoy
Yeah.
those.
Oh, yeah, dude. Eat them slow.
Yeah.
Slow. Yeah. It
Definitely.
was fucking hilarious, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the worst dining experience of the whole trip,
Uh-oh.
because we haven't even got to
Worse
the
than
worst.
Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, we haven't got to the worst thing
Oh,
yet.
okay.
All right,
Let's
so
hear it.
last night we're there, we're busting ass to get everything done, and so we get to the restaurant, and it's this taco place that we'd been to before. Like we went there when we were with Rockford. Teresa took us there for lunch, and oh, it was great. It was like I was excited to go there because like, dude, the food here is fucking amazing. And they're like, really? I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is like legit taco shit. So we get there and like the place closes at 10. And I think we got there like 8:30.
Right.
Okay. The waitress we have has got a fucking attitude. Like fucking
Yeah.
attitude. We're sitting down. We don't even have silverware. Like halfway through the meal, they finally bring out the fucking silverware. I'm like, dude, you guys suck. All right. So there's, we're at one end. So there's two tables, two groups,
Right.
and we're at one end. So they order guacamole. which I'm sure is what pissed her off in the first place because they hand make the guacamole, and they
Yeah.
put pomegranate in the guacamole.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it works. Fernando was like, "There's no fucking way I'm eating that shit." I was like, "All right, well, you don't. I'm going to because this is really fucking good." So we went through like four things of chips.
Yeah.
Okay, they bring out some queso, and we fucking kill the queso. Then they bring out nachos. I'm like, why are they bringing out nachos? Like,
Yeah. It's all chips.
like how many more goddamn chips? So at this point, I've eaten the nachos, I've eaten the chips. I'm just loving this guacamole. Like guacamole, it's right in front of me. I'm like, I'm in heaven. This is great. So then it's time to order food, and I'm like, oh shit. So I was like, you know what? I got tacos here last. I want to get a burrito. So I told the guy, I said, I want this burrito. Put an egg on it because apparently egg is the option.
Yeah.
So finally they bring out the food, and there's like some guys like protein bowl. I'm like, I don't want a protein bowl. I ordered a fucking burrito. So everyone gets their food, and there's this protein bowl. And I said, well, I guess that's mine because I didn't order it, and that's the only thing left. And so I look at it, and it's this shitty bowl, and there's an egg sitting on top. And I'm like, this looks fucking disgusting. So I take one bite of it, one bite of the egg, and I'm like, oh, this is like a fucking rubber band. So I push that to the side. Then I take a bite of the chicken. It's cold as fuck.
Oh,
I'm like, nope. Fuck this. Nah, I'm done. I set the bowl. So it's like, take this. Whatever the fuck this is. No, not happening.
Yeah.
No. So, yeah, I was like, dude, I was so pissed because I was really looking forward to the burrito. On the upside, I'd already eaten enough shit
that it didn't matter at that point.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
But it was funny because everyone else was like, I don't know how we're going to make it through our meal. And they're all just like, and I'm like, dude, breathe.
No kidding. Dude, you should have had the Colby's there because like when we went, I called. I said we had like 9 people, I think. So we got 9 people. Can we get a reservation? We don't do reservations. They were like, how many people you got? 9. They said, how long do you think it'll take you to get here? Because I asked him, I was like, how busy? He was like, we're pretty busy. And I didn't even ask what time they close. Right, this is like at 8:10. They close at 9. They close at 9, by the way.
Oh,
but she's like, make it down here. We'll get you in. We'll get you guys a seat. So we get there, sit down. Totally, like we're unaware that it closed at 9 at this point, right? And they're like, because the waitress is cool, bringing everything out. We're sitting in there till like 9:20 before we realize like they close at 9. It was like us and another table, and I tell lady like, sorry, we didn't realize it closed so early. It's like, don't worry about it. So they were like,
these people were not like that.
They were worried about it.
They were worried about it. They wanted us to get the fuck out of there, and we were outside too. So it was like, dude, we're outside, relax. Like So the funny thing was, I'm aggravated at this point because I was like kind of pissed because I really wanted a burrito, and so I stood up because I needed to stretch. I was like, man, oh fuck. So I stand up, and everyone takes that as a cue to like, all right, we're leaving.
Let's go. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, all right, that's cool. So then a buddy of mine drove up from a rep buddy of mine drove in from California, and he has a Tesla Model X or whatever, the one with the doors that do this.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want me to drive you back to the hotel? And I was like, fuck yeah.
Take me at light speed, bro.
I don't want the sausage fest in the van over here. I'm going in your car. And they're like, you want to tell Fernando? I was like, no, he's cool. He's having fun with those guys.
He'll have fun. He'll find his way back.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Because we had ridden in it the day before too. He's like, you guys want to come with us? And I was like, I do. So
dude, I got to hit all the North Carolina. So I got the Bojangles from the homeland.
Oh, there you go.
So had the spicy chicken. It was lunch when we went, but I still had the spicy chicken biscuit. But I just had fries instead of tots or whatever.
Did you get the blueberry biscuit or whatever the frick it is?
Bowberry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get the bowberry. I mean, you got to.
Yeah, it was good.
And, so I did that. We went the next day. They have another place that's like North Carolina only. It's called Biscuitville.
Oh,
biscuits are better than Bojangles. The chicken, I don't know if the chicken's better, but the biscuits and the breakfast food is definitely better. This thing caught my eyes. I'm going in. It's 2 small waffles the size of biscuits.
Okay.
Cream cheese filling in the middle.
Right.
Um, bacon, um, whipped cream, syrup, right?
So it's a
So
sweet.
it's like a total dessert. It's not a breakfast food at all. This is during breakfast
Okay.
hours. I
Yeah.
get it. Dude, it was like, I get it, and I told Derek, I was like, "You're eating half of this, bro." Like, I just wanted to taste it, so I cut it up. He's like, "I'll try it," and dude, you take one bite of that, and it is so sweet. I think if they took away the syrup, it would have been better, but the bacon was like candied bacon as well.
Oh wow.
Like, if they had the salty bacon on it, no syrup, it would have been top notch. But
Hmm.
it was just way overboard. It gave me a stomach ache basically for 3 hours afterwards
Wow.
for just
That's,
eating half of it.
so to ping pong back on that,
Yeah.
the first morning we're there, there's this breakfast restaurant in the parking lot, and they're like, meet us at the restaurant at 7:15. So okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we went there, and everyone got breakfast, and it was like, I got my breakfast burrito. It was fabulous. It was wonderful. The next morning they're closed, so like we'll just eat in the because we had vouchers to get breakfast in the hotel, and so I was like, okay, cool. So they had a little breakfast buffet set up, and I'm like, man, something about this just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And dude, fucking the worst breakfast ever. Like, you know, I was making a joke. I said, well, this is gonna be hotel bag of eggs, because that's they cook that
That's
big
yeah.
bag of eggs and they drop it in the pan and chop it up, and it's like, eggs. I go, this is gonna be some shitty bag of eggs, man,
Mhm.
and some shitty bacon or some crap like that. So I grab a blueberry bagel and a thing of peanut butter,
Yeah.
cold. I don't toast it or nothing. And I grab some eggs and I grab a piece of bacon. And I go back to the table and I sit down. I take and I sit and they're already sitting. Everyone else is already sitting down. So how are the eggs? And I'm like, eh. So I take
Yeah.
one bite. I put salt and pepper on them. I take one bite and I'm like, nope, fuck this. Not gonna happen. Take the bacon. The bacon was edible, so I ate the bacon. But
Right.
then I just sat there with my bagel, dipping it into the peanut butter. And it was
Yeah.
like, you're not gonna toast that? I'm like, I'm not taking a chance. Fuck that. Like, no,
Might
this
be
is work.
roaches in that toast.
Yeah, I'm like, this is working just fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool. So, and then we're like, a buddy of mine was like, hey, can I get some orange juice? And I said, make that too. I'll take an orange juice. So I'm sitting there and I can watch them pouring the orange juice, and she pulls out this container that
Yeah.
doesn't say anything about orange juice. I don't know what it said.
It was like
It was
Tropicana or something.
no, it wasn't. It was just
Yeah.
some weird shit. And I'm like, that's not really orange juice. That's orange
Yeah.
and it's juice. But I don't think it's orange juice, the fruit. So they
Right.
bring it back, and I take like a sip of it. And as I'm taking a sip of it, going, this is gross. He goes, what the fuck is this? And he goes, and the other guy's in next. He goes, I wonder if they have grapefruit juice. And he goes, you should try this shit. It almost tastes like grapefruit juice. I go, here, you can have mine. He's like, no, fuck that. I don't know what this is. This is fucking disgusting. I was like, bag of eggs. Here we
Yeah.
go. And then another guy
Exactly.
goes, could I get an orange juice? I said, good luck.
Yeah, don't.
You
Like
know,
it's what's that other kind? Sunny D. It's Sunny
oh
D, bro. It's
yeah, dude, it was so, and that's actually it's funny. Yeah, I was like, this shit makes Tang taste good. Holy fuck,
God,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, this stuff was so fucking gross. So then we had to eat there again, and the the chef was actually on it, so that it wasn't bag of eggs, it was actually
Yeah.
real eggs that day, so they were a little better. But it's like, so I had some eggs. And then I just got my bagel with peanut butter. I was like, just. And
Yeah.
then when we got to the plate, they had bananas. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool. I'm just gonna have my
Just get
banana.
that. Dude, we
Yeah,
got
but
lucky with hotel breakfast. So
I usually do too.
yeah, I expected a bag of eggs, but I was like, they're real eggs. Then they had like a kielbasa sausage, and then they
Nice.
had like a turkey sausage, and like everything was good. They had potatoes the first day, so
Yeah.
I ate that. We go around the second day, and actually Sean ate breakfast with us, and so we get there, and I see the biscuits. I was like, biscuits, hotel biscuits are never ever ever good. Like, I'm not gonna even chance it. So I don't get it. I get everything else. And Derek's like, he's like, I'm gonna chance it. So we got the biscuit, and he's like, the biscuit was good. I was like, that would literally be the first time ever in the history of hotel biscuits that they were good.
Yeah.
He said they were good. I kind of wish I would have tried them now, but
Dude, the best breakfast buffet was in Europe. That hotel there.
yeah.
Holy shit, dude! It was like a 10-course breakfast buffet.
Wow.
Like they had cold cuts, they had fine cheeses, they had
Wow.
exotic breads, bottles of fresh bottles of shit.
Wow.
Um, dude, like I shit you not, man. I was like, dude, this is, and like they had a pastry section.
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, because I knew this was all I was gonna eat,
Yeah.
like all day until dinner time. So it was like we ate breakfast. Like it was like
Right.
fucking we're eating
We're
breakfast.
making a meal of it.
We're
Yeah.
making a fucking meal of it, and I was eating. I mean, it was like you ate breakfast. It was like I'm going back for seconds because we're
Yeah.
not eating lunch. So because I'm not gonna eat whatever hot dog thing they're making. That's gonna be
I
gross.
know.
So you
And
know,
that's how it goes. I'm always like I'm usually very cautious at hotel. I get bagel cream cheese and I get a couple pieces of toast with some jam on it, like some butter and some jam, and I know pretty much this is going to be safe. Like I don't have to worry about that. I might get a piece of fruit of some sort,
yeah,
maybe a juice, probably just a milk, a chocolate milk or something. But I
no,
I keep it simple just in
yeah,
case.
yeah. I mean, I know we went to a couple trips back at Disney. They had a continental breakfast, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the Mickey waffle. You
Was it
know?
good?
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, it's a waffle. How
Yeah,
bad can that be? You know? And and I like sugar free. I'm the one guy that likes sugar free
sugar
syrup.
free.
Like
Yeah,
I actually like the taste of it. It's like to me that's a better syrup than everything else. So I fucking killed it with that. I was like, this is pretty good. Then I went back and got an egg and uh like this was by far this was worse. It was like the worst continental breakfast. I was like, I don't know, you all fuckers should be ashamed of yourselves. Like,
yeah.
this isn't food. But everyone there was eating it like it was like fucking awesome. And I'm like,
Like
dude, what fuck?
they were
No.
hungry. You can also you can always go for the cereal as well. Like
Yeah, but I don't do milk, so
oh, you don't do milk at all?
no.
Yeah,
If they don't have like soy or almond or dude, I'm
yeah,
bougie, totally bougie. 10:32 now. I'm craving breakfast. Right? I was craving a
yeah,
burrito when I started talking about that. You know, and I was like, fuck, man, burrito. And I was like, then you mentioned the Cracker Barrel, William, sharp Cracker Barrel mac and cheese. I was like, oh man, now I want to go to fucking Cracker Barrel. And then you're talking
yeah.
about biscuits, and I'm going, I really want to go to Cracker Barrel because their biscuits are salty
Dude,
goodness.
their biscuits. Have you had their biscuits with the apple butter? Their own apple butter?
Yeah, duh,
Dude,
everything, dude. Biscuits are dessert there.
yeah, biscuits with apple butter. It's like it's heaven.
I
It's
get
heaven.
biscuits for my biscuits, so I'll get like biscuits and gravy with a side order of biscuits and a side order of
Yeah,
gravy.
yeah.
And a side order of grape jelly because like
I
man,
like the cornbread there too. Like Cracker
I've never
Barrel,
had it.
listen, Cracker Barrel is underrated. Oh, I don't know
um,
about the meals, but the biscuits and stuff.
I mean
Shoot.
I won't say we eat there all the time. We maybe
Yeah,
once every couple 6 months we'll go there.
that's about
um
how we go there.
yeah, I've never had a bad experience or a bad when I've walked away and go, oh, that was disgusting. It's always
Yeah,
what it is. It's always
yeah,
the same. It's like going to McDonald's. It's always a McDonald's unless
yeah,
some guys unless you got a crackhead in the back.
yeah.
It's the likelihood of it sucking
You know
is
what it's gonna be.
yeah.
You
I
you can
mean,
usually judge by the fries. Like, damn, they gave me old fries.
yeah. Well, it was funny too because I had to do a Disney where I like came back like we all went to Disney. We partied all night for Halloween.
Yeah,
Then I stayed the night, and then I drove home, and then I drove back
yeah,
and met everyone. So it was like I stopped at McDonald's and got like a tea and a breakfast burrito, and then I stopped at McDonald's and got like a tea and an order of French fries,
yeah,
and it was like, yeah, that's like the only thing on the menu I'll get, like
yeah,
the breakfast burrito and their French fries. Other than that, it's dead to
yeah.
me.
I will eat their chicken biscuit, their chicken sandwich, the cheap one.
Yeah.
It's just like a crispy chicken sandwich, a little bit of mayo and some lettuce.
No, I mean if we're on an island and that's all we're serving and I need
Yeah,
protein, yeah,
yeah,
sure, but otherwise, no,
yeah.
no, because it, no. It's funny though, you know. It's like if something tastes like shit now, it's like I'm not starving. Fuck this. It's going in the trash. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
is this really? This is what we're eating?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Definitely.
So one last thing before we go, I'm up to I started watching watching She-Hulk, and I burned through the episodes because they're only like 35, 40 minutes long, and solid show.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like something to get super pumped about, but you don't watch it and be like, I wish I wouldn't watch it. You know, the time goes by quick, and it's
Texas Roadhouse rolls and Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits, and don't forget Cheddar's.
Cheddar honey croissants or whatever. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Damn. You know, they bring them right out to you when you come in. Yeah. Here's some cheddar, or here's some honey croissants to get you started. Would you like to order more?
Those are dessert in their own right. Yeah.
It's like, why are you giving me crack? Like, Jesus. Like
that's like Raising Cane's. Their piece of toast that they give you.
Mm-hmm.
That's dessert, dude. That's like a dessert. That is not a regular piece of toast, especially when you dip it in the cane sauce. Yeah.
Sue just like sneezed and spit outside the door.
Sue, are you okay?
I was like, she's like, what the fuck is that? What do you want to watch for next week? Is there anything you've been eyeing?
What? Dude, I can't remember. I thought I made a list.
Did you check it twice?
Yeah, let me see here. No. I don't have anything on the list. It's an old list. I haven't kept updating it.
I'll tell you what, why don't you do this? Dahmer. Yeah. I'm not watching that. I watched the first episode of Dahmer, and he got arrested in it. And so I was like, hey, it's over. They arrested him. I'm good. I don't need to know anything else.
I wasn't feeling it. I tried to watch some of it, and I wasn't feeling it.
No, I was good. Haley's been trying to watch it, and it's like I watched the first episode with her, and she's like, you want to watch? No. They arrested him.
I'm good.
Show's over. I just want to know how they caught him. I don't know all this sick, twisted shit that he did.
Yeah.
You know, fuck that. I'm in a happy place. I don't need to watch somebody else. Yeah. But here's what I'm thinking. Since you're the documentary king, why don't you scroll through and find a documentary? Yeah. Send me the link. We'll post it in the show. We'll put up a show note here in the next day or so, and we'll just watch that. Yeah, we'll find a nice documentary.
That'll work. I might watch this too over the weekend. We'll see.
Oh, I did watch that.
You did watch that.
Oh, why don't we do that?
Okay, yeah, I've been wanting to watch it.
Yeah, watch because I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. I do have a lot to say about it because yes, Hocus Pocus 2 for sure. Watch Hocus Pocus 2. We're gonna
spooky season, and you're gonna be gone at the end of spooky season anyway. So
yeah, I'll be in Vegas for Halloween. That ought to be interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. I know. We might have to plan something. I don't even know when we get there. I haven't even looked. It's so far down the.
Cornette showed up just in time for us to end the show.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, hey guys, so Hocus Pocus 2 is the movie to watch next week. Thank you for enjoying this show of food. We know you all are hungry as shit now. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and that's
Don't eat before bed; it'll give you a tummy ache
and make you fat.
Yeah, well, someone's already fat.
Don't go to bed. Got to go to bed on an empty tank.
Hey, you got to do it.
Yep. All right. All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you later.